When you're running a supplement company that has a very strong philosophy or mission statement or message for the products, it can be easy to hold on too hard to those ideals and not change your product. Kaged Muscle is a company that we have stated multiple times we really identify and relate with the message and mission that they have. Healthy bodies perform better, and they've strapped up this year and updated their Pre-kaged. Pre-kaged has been a staple in the Kaged Muscle lineup for a while. It's kind of a fan favorite for many. It's a little bit different than some of the products that are on the market today. It has been in our top mainstream pre-workouts for a few years now. And when we do name it in there, we sometimes add on there that it is a little bit old school in some of the ingredients in there. Some of the things that we wished had been done actually did get done this year. In this iteration, and we're really excited about that. So today we're going to talk about the changes that you will find in Pre-kaged in 2020. It is April right now, and it is being rolled out across all retailers online.
Welcome to PricePlow.
Now, Pre-kaged was one of the original full dose transparent pre-workouts in the market. When I was at NutriBio and Pre-kaged came out, it was really exciting and validating to see other companies improving their formulas, coming out with fully disclosed labels. Their Pre-kaged is actually informed sport, which is really cool. It's tested for banned substances, so if you're a natural or tested or whatever collegiate athlete, you can use this product and not have to worry. It's a really impressive product for the time that it came out, and still in 2020 I consider it one of my favorite mainstream pre-workouts. It may not be the highest dose, it may not have the whole kitchen sink in it, but it is still a tried and true product for me that I know whenever I take it I'm going to get good energy, I'm going to get a good pump and a good focus in the gym. So some people sometimes will comment and say that it's a little bit outdated in some of the things like the BCAAs, which I don't disagree with, but I know that it's always going to work for me, and I can't really knock that. So there were only two changes made to Pre-kaged in 2020. One was an increase of an ingredient and one was a removal of an ingredient. I do know that Kaged Muscle did test out a lot of other changes possibly to be made in it. Some cool new ingredients they possibly looked at, or also just more modern changes, but they actually turned those down. And one of the things that we have to remember when we're talking about Kaged Muscle is that because they're informed sport, because of Kris's very hardcore beliefs in natural and just really safe ingredients, it's harder to move quickly when ingredients are coming out so rapidly, may not have GRAS status, may not have a ton of human data. It's hard to add things into a brand like Kaged Muscle when you don't have all the data on the product yet. So one of the main issues that I had with Pre-kaged was their trimethylglycine dosage, their beta power, betaine anhydrous. Before they had it at 2 grams, they've actually moved up to 2.5 grams. This is the clinical dosage, and I'm really excited they moved it up here. The only other change they made was removing the quercetin. Quercetin is a flavonoid. It is found in a lot of foods. It's a healthy anti-inflammatory, lowers blood pressure, lowers blood sugar. But personally, I didn't think that it was very useful for pre-workout because actually during my workout I want to cause inflammation. And the other thing is that it actually really ruined the mixability and the flavor of the product. Not ruined, it made it harder for them to do. These guys are talented at what they do with flavors. This pink lemonade is pretty awesome. But the quercetin really wasn't making their job any easier, and I appreciated that they just kind of removed it. It's not providing very much of a benefit to outweigh the cons that are coming with it. So it just wasn't worth it to be in the product. Otherwise, they still have their 6.5 grams of fermented citrulline. They've got 3.5 grams of BCAAs with an additional 3 grams of leucine. They've got 1.6 grams of beta-alanine, which is the carnosine branded ingredient. They also have the rest of the dosage of the carnosine in their Re-kaged, so you have to be getting the full line to be getting all the clinical dosages. But if you are a caged person and you're taking all their caged products, you're getting full dosage of everything. They have their patented creatine hydrochloride, which Kris is a big fan of because creatine monohydrate doesn't really sit with him except for his special creatine monohydrate, which is micronized. And it finishes off with obviously the original Spectra blend, the coconut water blend, 2 grams of taurine, which is honestly a big love of mine. I love that they went higher on the taurine here. And an interesting blend of a gram of N-acetyl-tyrosine with 850 milligrams of tyrosine. If you watch my videos, you know that I'm not a huge fan of N-acetyl-tyrosine. I do feel the effects. I kind of like it, but I prefer tyrosine. So the blend of these two always gives me a very interesting effect. I get good mind-muscle connection and focus from it. Obviously, I would prefer it to be just like 3 grams of tyrosine, but I think there's something to what Brian Rand did with this blend here. And obviously finishes it off with the Pure Caf organic caffeine. Kris is a big fan of organic. If he can get it, he prefers his whole foods untouched, unprocessed. And organic caffeine is obviously to me closer to that as opposed to a synthetic caffeine anhydrous. So Pre-kaged is still an awesome option out there. It has been updated in 2020 to meet the more modern needs of their followers. It's still a 29.7 gram scoop, which is still a really big scoop. Personally, obviously, I always say that I would personally remove the leucine, the BCAAs, but I'm not a big intermittent faster. I'm not really big on leucine pre. I would rather take it intra and post. In any case, Pre-kaged still provides really hard for me, and I actually think that I actually get a better pump now without the quercetin. I've said this a couple times to Nolan over there, and he agreed, and a few people have said the same thing. I don't know what it was about the anti-inflammatory, or it might have been the addition of the 500 milligrams of betaine anhydrous. This product gives me a noticeably better pump than the original Pre-kaged. So anyway, guys, thanks for checking out this quick video on the changes presented this year in Pre-kaged. If you have any questions or comments about it, you can leave them below. But for all your news, reviews, and interviews on Pre-kaged, you can go to PricePlow.com/caged-muscle. Thanks, guys, for watching, and have a great day.
Welcome to PricePlow.